nice defensive play.
You walk away from that win on Monday night over Maryland Eastern Shore as Kelly pops a 3 air ball. Loose off a little out of control, goes to Ndongo for a 3, and he's got it. His first bucket of the night. And a turnover. You see Lamar Washington there on the bench. And a whistle down low.
Ndongo inside, and Sela big to big on the two-hand flush.
Again, getting out in transition is only going to help Georgia Tech. That's the big-to-big connection we are going to say, you know what? We're going to take it right to the chest of Baye and Mo and challenge them inside the way these two have.
Reeves can't buy the bucket, but then on the follow, a second opportunity.
That pressure starting to wear Southeastern down. We'll see how the...
A blow by, pass inside though, too low. Turnover on the Lions. Here's Washington on the attack, and Washington gets it to go.
His first game this season, coach told me this guy could be an X factor for us. Again, attack the pressure, be strong, make a good play.
And one for Sela. You get Sela the ball down low. Washington on an off-balance runner. The other way, rejected. Boy, you could see that coming. Ndongo was on the hunt, swats it away.
Fleming hoists it high. Ndongo gets it, reverse in.
There we see the high-low action again. Georgia Tech getting in the interior. Offense has not been a problem other than the turnovers for the Jackets. They're getting high-quality shots and missed a couple good threes.
You might have noticed when we looked back at that previous meeting from 2 years ago that Tyron Moore was playing for Georgia Southern. But last year he was at UAB and then has since transferred back to Georgia Southern. And Baye Ndongo.
We're going to see the effort play. Ndongo hanging in the air, swats Carter. The athleticism, the discipline to stay vertical.
Oh, they changed the air conditioning in here. That's a lot of air balls being thrown off. The wind pattern has changed. Lob entry, Ndongo jams it home.
Play on Krementz Court, McCamish Pavilion in Atlanta.
Those shots have not been falling. Ndongo with some hands. Creates the steal. He'll try and finish it. And one by Ndongo. Taking over.
That play, Ndongo, active hands, pick, going the other way. How fluid is he in transition? The body control, takes the contact by Dunn and finishes. Great concentration by Ndongo. Timely bucket. As you're coming up through the ranks.
they paired you with the wrong guy today then, John, because I can't help you either. Fed down low. Chime is blocked by Ndongo. Really did a split on the way down.
Second half, Yellow Jackets in control early in the second half.
Another missed 3. Ndongo, the extra pass the weak side, and there's Mo Sela. Under as well by Ndongo to Mo Sela. And Georgia Tech, their largest lead of the night.
He has 8 rebounds.
Ndongo thought about a 3. He'll put it on the deck. Oh, Euro step to Sela. That was beautiful.
Big time play right there.
B to B in Midtown Atlanta. Not business to business. We're talking big to big.
In the non-conference, this will be a great test as well. Off a curl, that is Kowacie Reeves. Kowacie Reeves, one of the top shooters.
Want your young big to be aggressive to go after anything inside.
Reeves misses, but there for the follow and an and one is Ndongo, the other part of that dynamic duo in the front court. Baye Ndongo with an and one.
Great shooters in the early part of this season, but when you got bigs that are hungry to get on that offensive glass, getting those second chance points, those points in the paint, Well, you take that bump, it's got the concentration to finish after the contact.
State's doing all this damage with the fourth leading scorer having a quiet half and making some noise on that possession is Ndongo from downtown.
Speaking of freshman, Fleming tries to zip it inside to Ndongo. Georgia Tech lucky to keep possession of Mosila, flushes it down. Chapman, trailer, catch, shoot. And the rebound, controlled by Ndongo. And Washington zips it inside by Ndongo, knows what to do with it.
Yeah, Sanders lost track of Ndongo behind him. An easy bucket for the Jackets.
They got the lead up to as many as 30 in the opening 5 minutes. In fact, they got it all the way up to 34 before Florida A&M's begun chipping away at it.
To put that in perspective, the best shooting first half from a Duke opponent this season, 48% by Ndongo. The steal and the slam.
They run a similar action with Baye Ndongo, and again, creating turnovers.
And they have yet to make a three in this second half. Good pass underneath. Easy finish for Peyton Marshall to make it a 1-point game.
Will dribble up. Payne into the lane, and his pass is stolen away by Baye Ndongo. Quickly back the other way. Kawasi throws it down. Play hard, mind your business, and with pride, he says this team is grimy. Mustaf on the back cut. A beautiful feed from Ndongo. Pan scored 26. So those two guys were lighting it up against the Dolphins, have yet to get going here against the Yellow Jackets, who continue to get out in transition and finish.
Defense. Look at this. This is like a quarterback hitting the guy streaking down the field right over the DB's arms and finding putting it right where only his guy can get it.
Both teams want to play meaningful games in March. To do that, you have to win games like this in January. Ndongo, nice spin move by Ndongo, puts Syracuse through the spin cycle for 2.
To Donnie Freeman.
Freeman, spin move, rejected by Ndongo, says no. Washington down the court, misses the layup.
3 fouls in a minute and 32 seconds. He's that good of a player on both ends of the floor. He shows you there, elevating on one leg off the vertical, sending that out of there.
Every time they've gotten within striking distance, Miami has had the answer. They've cut it as close to 7. Ndongo, nice turnaround there. Kraft to the corner. Can't knock it down. Renew. Tried for the one-handed jam, and instead, it's a wedgie. Glass.
You see Ndongo coming in at the end. That is a great block. We talked about his talent.
Here's Reeves going for Ndongo, and those two connect like they've done so many times in a Jackets uniform.
No good for Reeves. Ndongo on the glass.
He looks very lethargic.
And he joins Indricitis and Dunning in double figures. They all have 10. 4 minutes into the second half. Baye Ndongo has shown up.
He's telling his players they got to make Kraft dribble the ball.
Next whistle, the 3 Panthers with 3 fouls are coming back. Cummings rejected by Ndongo.
Let's just say it was not as spontaneous as it might have looked. He was coaching his player through the media, which is a great move on his part. And it's also part of why.
Ndongo, double team. Over top of it to Reeves. Lines up the 3 and knocks it down. Go on, Kawasi.
That's a very aggressive offensive rebound for a guy who's got 2. But you see the deep post, and even though he was deep.
7th time this season he's gone for 20 or more after a slow first half, and he makes the block of Breed on the drive. What a sequence for Reeves.
He's a one-man wrecking ball right now. He likes what he sees. And then the block at the other end. But Quadir.
Inside, Ndongo got it. Absorbed the contact and laid it in. Hunter into the corner, down low. Welling. Shot clock at 5. Rejected.
in the post. You have this the offensive guy is able to split, but there you have help the helper. That is good defense right there, rotating over, but bad defense to split their offense.
Open three, and that is knocked down, and but a big shot that might turn out to be.
And then they're not making shots and putting their heads down. Body language it says a lot right now.
There's a steal. Breakaway Ndongo.
That they're on right now. They're doing it on the defensive end.
Well, he had missed his last 8 3-point shots over the last couple of games before making that one. Thanks so much. We welcome you to ACC Network Basketball presented by T. Rowe Price.
Give their team that lift right now. It's Ben Hammond attacking back-to-back attempts.
Ndongo back into the game, takes the feed and throws it down.
Lead is 17. Washington. And it'll rattle out. Ndongo, the follow dunk.
Enough to block the vision. That's not the perfect pass.
Ndongo 3 of 4 at the line. Into trap, put it up right